Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to read one of my most favorite stories called The Tortoise and the Hare. I am Miss M, first grade teacher, and this story is specifically recorded for INDLS first graders for their literature comprehension assignment 17.5 and 17.6. But anybody can enjoy these stories. All right, so if you have listened to me read before, you'll already know this, but some people may be tuning in for the first time. What we'll do is I will have you pause the video in un momentito, and you will go find this book, K-12 Classics for Young Readers, Volume A. And then what we'll do is we'll look at what page it's on and show you where to find it in the contents, and then I'm going to do a picture walk. And then after we do that, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the story. You are more than welcome to try and follow along. I'd love it if you do, but I have a habit of going fast or going slow, and I also stop a bit in the story so that we can reflect and talk about it. But it is a-okay after we do the picture walk for you to close your eyes and listen to the story, and you can watch this video as many times as you want. My hopes is that some of you may feel comfortable trying to read some of this with your loved ones. And loved ones, this is a great book to read. And if we point to a word and we know like tortoise, well, if we weren't sure, maybe we know who the main characters are, you could ask your fabulo y fabula, okay, what's this word? It's one of the main characters. Is it tortoise or hare? And pointing out a word here and there so our kiddos can start picking it up, all right? We love to stress what the silent E does to our vowels. And when two vowels go walking, one does the talking. Sometimes we can incorporate that into it, all right? Okay, so now is the time where you pause the video if you don't have your book handy, and I need you to go get your book. Please remember to unpause the video when you get back, or you're probably going to have me making a really silly face like this until you unpause the video. Okay, ready? And pause the video, go. You do that to me every time. I bet you're back. I bet you've been watching me half this time laughing. Well, good. Te amo. Okay. The Tortoise and the Hare is on page 212. 212. All right. And if we're not sure where that is in the book, and say we knew it was the book, but we missed when Miss M told you what page it's on, we can look in the beginning. It's called the contents. And there are these, they don't look like numbers. I see I, turn the page, I, V. Those are Greek numbers. Those represent the numbers. And so V is 5, but we want to turn the page we're on, VI, which is the number 6. And you can see the tortoise and the hare is on page 212. All right, so let's go to 212, and I'm going to do a short picture walk. All right. So if I look on page 212, I see words. 213, I see what looks to be the tortoise and the hare. Maybe that's going to help us know who our main characters are. And where are they? Are they inside? Are they outside? That might help us with the setting where the story takes place. Turn the page. Oh, page 214. I see the hare. He looks really happy. Can you see way in the back corner is the tortoise? And then I'm looking at page 215 and wow, the hare looks like he's taking a really nice nap. And at the bottom, I see the tortoise. He's really smiley. And he's in the water. Oh, do you look? There's a fish. He's smiling too. And I see the hare in the background. Looks like it's still daytime out. And there are these little white lines around him. It's kind of hard to see, but that's almost a look of surprise. Maybe you've seen that in a comic book before. And he's not smiling. So let's try and figure out what happens in this story and what maybe the moral is. What's the lesson? Okay, this is a fable and a tale that gives us a lesson. Remember folk tales? Okay, back to 212. Now I'm going to read. Okay? Once there was a hare that lived in a meadow. He liked to hop fast. Look at me, he said. I can hop faster than any animal in the meadow. A tortoise lived in the meadow, too. One day he was creeping to the river for a swim. "How slow you are," said the Hare. "You cannot hop, you can only creep. Look at me, see how fast I hop." And the little Hare gave a great hop. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, middle of the page. What's your opinion of the Hare? I mean, I'm glad he's really fast, but he's kind of bragging. I don't know if bragging is a good thing, but I guess if you're fast, I don't know. What do you think? Turn to your loved one. Okay, I'm in the middle. All right, hopefully you can find where I am. "I am slow," said the Tortoise, "but I am sure. Would you like to run a race with me?" "Run a race?" cried the Hare. "How foolish that would be. I hop and you creep. How can we run a race?" "Let us try," said the Tortoise. "Let us race to the river. We shall see who gets there first." "The river is a long way off," said the Hare, "but I shall get there before you. Goodbye." Off went the Hare. Hop, hop, hop. Off went the Tortoise. Creep, creep, creep. Soon the Hare was nearly to the river. It was a warm day. "I will rest a little," he said. So the Hare rested and ate some leaves. Then he felt sleepy. "It is very warm," he said. "I will sleep a little. That foolish Tortoise is slow. I shall wake up before he creeps here. Then I can hop to the river. I shall get there long before he comes." Page 215. So the Hare went to sleep. The little Tortoise came creeping on. He did not stop to eat. He did not stop to sleep. He went on and on. Creep, creep, creep. By and by he came to the river. The Hare slept a long time. Then he woke up with a jump. "Dear me, I must hop along," he said. "Where can that slow Tortoise be? He's not here yet." The Hare hopped to the river. But who was there waiting for him? The Tortoise. So, friends, who won the race, the Tortoise or the Hare? And how do we know? Who was waiting for who already at the finish line? Now, the moral of this story, if you listened to Heron and the Hummingbird, which was your lessons before, or have read it, remember the Heron and the Hummingbird. The Heron kept flying steadily all day and night to get to that tree, and the Hummingbird was flitting everywhere and would lose focus and go sip nectar from the flowers and then sleep at night. And he lost the race even though he was faster. And what we talked about was slow and steady. If you keep going, you finish ahead. So when we read the story, The Tortoise and the Hare, you can make that connection, and slow and steady wins the race. Te amo, I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed that story. Hasta luego.